A deep breath. And another. And continue throughout your day, breathing deeply. In through the nose, out through the mouth, releasing with an ah, that sacred sound that connects with the ah beings in other dimensions and calls them to your aid. Deep breath in. And the sacred sound, ah, or ah. It's a calming sound. It's a sound of peace. 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 While breathing deeply, a mantra to still the mind. Peace to my mind, let all my thoughts be still. Peace to my mind, let all my thoughts be still. Peace to my mind, let all my thoughts be still. See with the third eye a golden ball at the core being, a portal known as the solar plexus chakra, spinning as a central sun, emanating a great light far beyond the body. This golden ball of light encompasses, connects to, expresses true divine will. 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 The divine unction coursing through you now that says yes without hindrance from the lower egoic mind that doesn't know jack. Breathe. Be in complete oneness with this ball at the center of being. In the body temple, it is at the belly, the solar plexus, the core. Breathe deeply and connect with the core, knowing that you can Place your awareness and consciousness anywhere you desire. Place your awareness on the central sun within your own being. A vast light. Divine will. And by your command, allow the divine will to grow and take over more of your life with a command to simply expand. Golden ball of light expanding far beyond your body, emanating from the center, this solar plexus, seat of the divine will, the divine unction, the will to do, the will to move. Many people have a compromised solar plexus because of the fear in the belly. This is our opportunity to align with divine mind and to say yes to the divine will, the true unction of source, of self, capital S. This divine unction compels us in the direction that is destiny. It is the yes, always present to what you came here to do. It is yes. Bask in the warmth of this golden ball, emanating true divine will. Yes to destiny. Yes to purpose. Yes to what we came here for. Yes to gifts. Now see, experience, know, feel, imagine this divine will now spreading and emanating in your money world with your command to expand. See the divine will encompass your money. See the divine will encompass your investments. See the divine will encompass your real estate holdings. See the divine will encompass all that concerns you, your income. See the divine will encompass your wallets, purses, all the places you stash energy in the form of money. See the divine will take over all your Bitcoin accounts. See the divine will spread to all of your accounts. See the divine will spread to all the ways you make money. See the divine will spread to all the people who are giving you money, and it is increasing, 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 increasing. See the divine will cause great increase in your financial affairs. See the divine will encompass all of your wealth, increasing it exponentially through peace and power, through sharing gifts with the world and receiving. Give and receive, give and receive, give and receive. A complete circuit. See wealth expanding. See income expanding beyond your wildest dreams. Breathe. And know that this great golden light is a perfecting light. And it only brings to you that which is perfect for you, and it keeps away everything that is not. And in this light, there is peace and perfection. For this light is the will of God, one and the same as one's own will, one and the same. The will of this universe is aligned with the will of the true self. It is one. What you really want to be doing is what the universe really supports you in doing. Isn't that beautiful? When you are in joy, the whole universe is in joy. Isn't that beautiful? Joy. Breathe. And give thanks that on this Money Monday, your wealth is in the hands of a higher intelligence than the lower conscious mind that does not know much. Yet new opportunities for wealth are coming to you now. Say yes. The divine will has expanded to all your wealth. The divine will bring to you opportunities for increased income, increased assets, increased resources, increased peace with regard to money, increased wisdom with regard to what to do with money, increase, 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 increase. Tell yourself, increase, 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 expansion, 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 expansion. You are a wonderful philanthropist. The giving comes easy, and the receiving comes easy. There is only love here. And breathe. And walk around today in this expanded will, this great golden ball representing the divine will, this great golden ball of light sparkling is the divine will, leads our steps in paths of righteousness, leads us by the still waters. If there is something that we become afraid of, we remember that even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, these comfort me. Thou preparest a table before my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Cup runneth over, cup runneth over. Surely, 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 goodness and mercy shall follow me, follows you all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Ashe. Having aligned with the true divine will, and allowing it to encompass every area of life, giving up the driver's seat in our own lives to the capital S self, the true self, the self of all selves, source, all minds joined, all hearts opened in the divine will for all, which is love, peace, abundance, generosity, joy, bliss, euphoria, enthusiasm, creativity, accomplishment, success, triumph, fulfillment, fulfillment, fulfillment in every area of this life. Fulfillment. This is yours and all associated with you. It is your divine inheritance. Accept it now. And we breathe. Slowly look down to the heart. Slowly raise your lids when you are ready to receive A Course in Miracles, Lesson 59. Water. Lesson 59 is a review of 5 ideas. The first idea we are reviewing is Lesson 41. Pardon me. Energy clearing from the body temple. Yay. God goes with me wherever I go. How can I be alone when God always goes with me? For all the thoughts that we have had about loneliness and being alone and abandonment, this is the answer. God goes with me wherever I go. Tell yourself that. God goes with me wherever I go. God goes with me wherever I go. How can I be alone when God always goes with me? That is a good question. How can I be doubtful and unsure of myself when perfect certainty abides in him? How can I be in doubt or unsure at any time of myself when perfect certainty is within me? How can I be disturbed by anything when he rests in me in absolute peace? How can I be disturbed when inside me God rests in perfect peace? How can I be disturbed when perfect peace within me is always mine? It's always available to me. I can access it at any time. How can I be disturbed? These are good questions to ask myself. How can I suffer when love and joy surround me through him? How can I suffer when love and joy surround me? Love and joy abide in me. Love and joy are me. Love and joy is you, are you. Love and joy surround you. Love and joy abide in you. How can you suffer? How can you suffer in the presence of love and joy? These are excellent questions. Let me not cherish illusions about myself. Let me not cherish illusions about myself. Let me not make up that I'm doubtful, I'm unsure, I don't know which way to go, I'm overwhelmed, I'm suffering. Oh, I got this pain, that pain. This person don't like me, that person don't like me. I'm always alone. I'm being abandoned. They stabbed me in the back. They betrayed me. They abused me. They blah, blah, blah. How about I stop making up illusions about myself and cherishing the illusions? No, really, this really happened to me. No, those real people really did it. Cherishing illusions about myself that are not true. I am perfect because God goes with me wherever I go. Bam, that's all you need to tell yourself. I am perfect because God goes with me wherever I go. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to use in every situation, every circumstance. I am perfect because God goes with me everywhere I go. There's no other answer to that. That's lesson 41. And if that resonates deeply within your core, which it does for me, go to lesson 41, recorded in 4 places for you on the Christian Witches YouTube channel, the Valerie Love YouTube channel, and the Valerie Love Reverend Valerie Love Facebook fan page, and the Christian Witches Club on Clubhouse. You can get it audio, visual, however you like it. Go to lesson 41. Review it again. Listen to it again, play it throughout the day. They're all here. They're available. They're free. All of the videos on YouTube run with no ads. This is not being monetized. The second idea we are reviewing today is lesson 42. God is my strength. Vision is his gift. Let me not look to my own eyes to see today. How about I realize that my eyes are showing me things that are in my mind, and my mind is insane. There's a part of my mind that's insane and it's seeing insane things. And when I see these insane things in the world, I get upset because I think I'm seeing a meaningless world when I'm just seeing my own thoughts cast outside of myself. Let me be willing to exchange my pitiful illusion of seeing for the vision that is given by God. How about I decide to change my mind? How about I decide to withdraw my meaning from things? Oh, it's a radical act of humility. How about I say, you know what? I made all of it up. How about I let it all go? Christ's vision is his gift, and he has given it to me. You see, the vision of Christ is perfection and holiness. The vision of Christ doesn't see a problem. The vision of Christ sees the whole world forgiven. The vision of Christ sees the whole world holy. The vision of Christ never thought that there was anything wrong with anyone at any time. And this is how Christ was able to heal people instantaneously, because he knew the truth. He could see the truth. He could peer through the darkness and saw that there was nothing wrong with anyone. And all he did was call that forth, the pure divine perfection and holiness of each person. He called it forth, and some people call that healing. He didn't see anything wrong with anyone. If you have a problem with anyone at any time, that is your insane mind. Christ did not have a problem with anyone. People had problems with him. He didn't see problems with people. He didn't see their ailments. He knew their ailments were illusions made up in the mind that had trapped the body. Let me call upon this gift today. Please, Christ, help me today. I'm a Christian witch, so Christ is my master teacher. Christ, if I can make my life like Christ and help people like Christ, I will go out of this third dimension a very happy being. Let me be like Christ. Some people would call it the Buddha nature. Some people call it Christ consciousness. Some people call it ascension. Whatever you call it, there is a perfected way of seeing. There is a perfected way of being. Some call it love. Some call it compassion. The Dalai Lama said, my religion is kindness. Compassion is what I live by. Let's call upon this gift today, because the gifts of kindness and compassion and love do not have problems with other people. Don't see problems with other people. Don't even notice and recognize it. Why? Because love and compassion and kindness has taken over the mind. And therefore, the mind is no longer making up illusions that they don't like me. This is going wrong. That's going wrong. This shouldn't be like this. They shouldn't be saying this. That shouldn't be happening. No longer are we making up these crazed delusions in our minds. My daughter told me something yesterday that was so amazing. Someone was saying something about something in their world that they didn't like. Yeah, we have to do something about this. We have to do something about this. This is a neighborhood problem. So, blah, 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 blah. And wait a minute now. Let's look at this, What do you mean this is a neighborhood problem? Yeah, even other people are saying it too. And my daughter said that's what we would call what? A shared delusion. Wow. You see, the course is really working on all of us in this 365-day curriculum. Please grab everyone you know. Trust me, family, I have been grabbing all the people I know. Come in here. Come in here every morning. This is not me doing it. This is not Valerie Love doing it. This is Holy Spirit meeting all of us every single morning. That's what this is. And I think you probably figured that out. This is you meeting you, self of all selves, meeting each self. And we start to understand what the course is saying. The course is saying that just because other people believe with along with you that there is a problem in anything, that is what we would call the shared delusion. That is not proof that you're right in your illusion. It's shared. I share the same delusion with many people. And the course tells us that happens all the time. But the good news about that mechanism is that we can use it for the reverse. If I heal my mind, it's also shared among many people. The holiness can be shared rather than a delusion. Let me call upon this gift today, this gift of Christ's sight. Christ's vision is his gift. This is the gift of source, that I can see things like Christ. Why wouldn't I want to do that? Let me call upon this gift today so that this day may help me to understand eternity. You see, if I call upon this gift is going to help me understand eternity because I will be seeing aright. Lesson 43. It's the third idea we are reviewing today. God is my source. I cannot see apart from him. The goddess is my source. I cannot see apart from her. Infinite intelligence is my source. The quantum field is my source. Love is my source. I cannot see apart from love. Whatever works for you. Don't let the words cause you to not save yourself. I can see what God wants me to see. Tell yourself that I can see what God wants me to see. I can see the truth. I cannot see anything else. I cannot see apart from the source because I came from source. Beyond his will lie only illusions. I made up a lot of things that are not true, yet we have aligned and rooted into and connected with and caused the divine will to consciously expand through our life by giving it control. The divine will. We did that this morning in the meditation. We moved out of the driver's seat of our life and allowed the divine will, not some sky god, the divine will, the true unction within every being, known as the true self, capital S self, that is one with all, quantum field. I cannot see apart from this. It is these I choose when I think I can see apart from him. I'm choosing illusions. Remember, at every point, family, we get to choose heaven or hell. There are no neutral thoughts. At every point, you get to choose heaven or hell. Every point, I'm choosing heaven or hell. Is this thought a heaven thought or a hell thought? It is these I choose when I try to see through the body's eyes. When I see through the body's eyes, and I don't like this person or that person or this group of people or that group of people, or I see a war, or I see a disease, or I see sickness, or I see pestilence, I see death, I see this, I see that. That's what I will see if I'm looking through the body's eyes, and that is an illusion. Energy never dies. It simply changes form. Nothing's out to get you. You're perfectly safe, always have been. You are whole, you're perfect, you're complete, you know what to do. You are a divine being, you're a cosmic being, you're a galactic being. Yet the vision of Christ has given me to replace them. Yet the vision of Christ has been given me to replace them. The vision of Christ has been given me to replace what my body's eyes are seeing. It is through this vision that I choose to see. I choose Christ's vision. I choose it, Christ. I choose it. Christ, I choose your vision. Christ in me. Let the Christ vision come forward and let me see that what I think I see through my eyes is really just a reflection of my thoughts, a representation of my thoughts. Let me stop this insane game of projection and let me truly have vision. The fourth idea we are reviewing today is lesson 44. Now, coming up on the number, if you're watching the screen, the number 444, understand that this is an angelic number, and the vibratory tone of 444 is pure, divine, unconditional love. So if you ever desire to infuse anything with pure, divine, unconditional love, as we know that numbers are sacred messages that travel through the entire universe, they're energy packets and energy currents, numbers. There's a whole book of the Bible related to numbers. And every holy book that I have ever read places very high emphasis on numbers because we understand that the universe is numerical. Well, 444. Here we see a sign of pure unconditional love and angelic presence. It is a great angel number, celebrated in heaven, highly regarded. 444. If you call on 444, you will have a legion of angels at your disposal as required in any situation, any circumstance. This is another reason why you should not be concerned. You should not be fearful. You should not be unsure of yourself. You should not be doubtful because you have vast help in heaven realms. Vast, uncountable agents of good stand at the ready for any divine undertaking and all divine undertakings. Should we just ask? Should we simply ask? God is the light in which I see. Or we could say, love is the light in which I see. I cannot see in darkness. That's obvious, family, isn't it? I can't see in darkness. God is the only light. Tell yourself, love is the only light. Love is the only light. Love is the only light. God is the only light. My source is the only light. My source is the only light. My source is the only light. Spirit is the only light. Olodumare is the only light. Yahweh, Jehovah, Allah is the only light. We have many names for the light. There's only one light, known by many names, known in different ways to many different beings. There's one field. We're all in it together. How wonderful is that? God is the only light. Love is the only light. Therefore, if I am to see, it must be through God. It must be through love, because I can't see in darkness. I have tried to define what seeing is, and I have been wrong. And how did I know I was wrong? Because I felt bad. I was feeling good. I saw something, then I was feeling bad. That tells me that my thinking has gone amiss. I went in the bushes. I made up something in my mind, and now I feel bad. I have left the kingdom of heaven to wander in the weeds outside of the kingdom of heaven, inside my own mind, and wander in the darkness again. Well, anytime I'm wandering in the darkness, I can say, oh, let me go home to my father's house. I am the prodigal son, the prodigal child. I can go home. Well, I've been wrong. Thank you for telling me. Pardon me. Pardon me. I get very happy when energy clears out of the body temple. I love it. Hold on. More water. Never take cough suppressants. I never take cough suppressants. If something wants to come out, the body knows how to get it out. It gets it out. Let it out, whatever it is. Get it out. Now it is given me to understand that God is the light in which I see. God is the light in which I see. Let me welcome vision and the happy world it will show me. I welcome vision and the happy world that I will see. I will be shown a happy world. I welcome vision. I welcome it. I welcome it. Lesson 5. Oh, I heard an incredible quote that I desire to share with you in this moment that Source would have us all reflect on. And here's the quote: no matter how the size of a candle, all the darkness in the world can't put it out. No matter, no matter, you have never seen darkness put out a candle. No, it won't happen. No matter the size of the candle, tiny, big, whatever, no darkness can snuff a candle. So if you're complaining that the people around you, blah, 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 oh, I used to do that when I first showed up in Intervisions to become a spiritual life coach. Oh, there was a problem with my husband. There was a problem with my kids, but I'm good. They have the problem. And I'm here to become a spiritual life coach so I can help them. What an arrogant stance. Made up in the mind, delusional. No, I'm good because I've been to retreats and I'm doing the work and I'm spiritual and I have all the prayers and I have meditations and I meditate and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And they're not. And they're all still crazy around me. All these people around me, they're just crazy. And I'm going to help them. Wow. Wow. You're worse off than them. If you think that, you're worse off than them, Valerie. That was me. That was me. Oh, that's arrogant? Yes, it's arrogant. Oh, wow. I'm having realizations right now that all along I thought they were the problem. Well, if they're the problem, how come they're in front of you? If they're the problem, how come they're in your world? They could be in 8 billion other people's worlds. There's, I think, 8 billion people on the planet. Something like that. How come they're in your world causing problems? How come they're not next door or down the street or in Timbuktu? Why are they in front of you? Okay. Okay. How about it don't matter how much darkness is in the world, you're the candle. And the strongest dark, the blackest dark of night cannot put out even one candle. Shine. The fifth lesson we are reviewing today is God is the mind with which I think. Tell yourself, God is the mind with which I think. Lesson 45. If you're new to this experience, woo, welcome. We're in a 365-day mind curriculum, mind training curriculum. We know that our mantra for the year is an untrained mind can accomplish nothing. The fifth idea we are reviewing today is lesson 45. We're in a review so that we can pause, reflect, integrate. Pardon me. All of you who came to 222, our quantum manifestation event on 222 in Miami, Florida, woo-hoo! All of you who came to 222 quantum manifestation, and all of you who attended Never Work Again retreat in Miami, woo-hoo! First of all, huge shout out and congratulations for busting out of your own comfort zone. All of us did that together. A collective shared hive mind decided to bust out and be great and do things we've never done before. And we all did that. Know that 222 quantum manifestation could be working on you for 6 months, a year, 5 years. Now that you've had the event, it's time to integrate all your notes, integrate the galactic signatures, integrate the quantum mechanics we talked about, integrate Dr. Jiwa's teachings, integrate the dancing, integrate the beach, integrate the food, integrate the sunshine, It's time to integrate, family. Do not run from an event back into your normal life and try to be normal. It's not going to work. That's why we review. Pardon me. We pause. We reflect. We digest. Don't rush. Swirl with it. Digest it. Let it land. You're going to be having dreams. You're going to be having quantum changes. You may see some of your doppelgangers in your dreams. You're going to be seeing things. You're going to be experiencing an increase in synchronicities, the language of the universe. Be prepared by not just jetting around unconsciously. Be conscious. Be aware. Be in the now. Read the signs of the universe, just as we read 444 right there. There it is right there. We read 444. Read the signs. If we're rushing about mindlessly in our lives, we will not see the signs, family. Read the signs. There are holy messengers and messages. Lesson 45. Review. God is the mind with which I think. God is the mind with which I think. Now, of course, miracles is Christ speaking to us, because he dictated this to Helen Schumann, a woman who was pretty much atheist, which Christ said, well, that's a great blank slate to write this on, because she doesn't believe in God. And you don't have to believe in God to do this. Substitute every instance of God with love. You can be an atheist and perfectly do A Course in Miracles. It's all about peace of mind. And don't atheists want peace of mind? It's about forgiveness. And couldn't atheists benefit from forgiveness? It's about oneness. And couldn't atheists benefit from oneness? It's a scientific fact. Quantum mechanics have already shown us that. So you don't have to believe in God to be in here. Believe whatever you want to believe. You're a free agent. God is the mind with which I think. Love is the mind with which I think. I have no thoughts I do not share with God. Our real thoughts. I have no thoughts apart from him, because I have no mind apart from his. As part of his mind, my thoughts are his and his thoughts are mine. We understand that our thoughts are God's and God's thoughts are ours. The thoughts of love are ours, and my love is your love, and your love is my love. That's the song that came to me. That's it right there. As part of his mind, my thoughts are his and his thoughts are mine. Your real thoughts, not the thoughts that we think we're having. Our real thoughts, we think with God. That is lesson 58, a review, 59, a review of lessons 41 through 45. The floor is open on Clubhouse.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Bookation. How's your bookation in Bahamas?
Oh, it's going lovely. I don't want to come home.
Well, don't.
I don't want to. Every time I come here, it's the hardest thing to leave. But I have to, because I have to go to my retreat with Dr. Jiwa.
Yes.
And I won't miss that for anything.
Absolutely.
So, Spirit had to put something that important in my midst to tear me away from this paradise. But, I love the reviews simply because it just reminds me where God is. And God is within me. God is in my mind. God, the kingdom of heaven is within me, in my heart. I don't have to look outside. I don't have to. Yesterday, I wanted to talk to a good friend of mine, long-term friend, and she says, well, I'm watching church on TV. I'm like, on TV? She's like, yeah. I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I want to talk to you. And she's like, well, after I finish hearing the word preached. I'm like, okay. I'm like, but God is within you and it's everywhere you go. And she's like, yeah, but I'm watching it on TV now. I'm like, okay. So I waited and, we had our conversation, but I'm like, my gosh, imagine if I thought God was a program on TV. Imagine if I thought God was somewhere up in the sky or outside of me and I had to do all these things just to be in communion with God, and how grateful I am to these lessons that are teaching me where God is and how easily I can connect with that part of me that is God. And I just really appreciate these reviews because, I know there's a part of me that still thinks that God is outside of me because that's what comes in front of me, someone who thinks that God is on the TV. So the more I review these lessons, the more it solidifies in my mind and my heart exactly where God is. And I tell people, both my names mean God, first and last name, and so it can't be any more clear where God is. It's within me, it is me. And I really appreciate these reviews. And I am complete for now. Yeah.
I love the reviews because, to tell you the truth, some of that I already forgot and we just did it. We need the reviews, right? Some of it I already forgot. Absolutely. And we just did it. Oh my goodness.
Yes, let's review. Let's get some people on the stage. Hold on, we have Barbara and Princess.
Is Kristen first?
Barbara was first. She had her hands up, but somehow, I don't know, Kristen got on stage, but she can go ahead. Barbara didn't get up there yet. Okay, go ahead, Kristen. Rising.
Blessings. Good morning. How you loving?
I am loving well. Yeah, I think there's some issues with Clubhouse. I might just need to restart my phone, but it doesn't even look like I'm up on stage on my end. But either way, glad you can hear me. 222. That portal was just crazy, and it's still having effects now. And these lessons with the reviews, I honestly was like, why are we reviewing? I don't need to review. We need to keep going. Let's have this.
I'm over here cracking up because I done already forgot some stuff. I'm over here cracking up. Why do we need a review?
Yes, yeah, and that's what I'm like, wow. Like, I got up at like 2:30 this morning and was just going back through. Just like really, I've listened, but I'm like, I really just want to sit and read and go through these lessons again. And I'm like, wow, I was. Let me see if I can pull up the one from this morning. It just set my mind free all over again. I'm like, yeah, that's funny how quick we forget. Oh, I am not a victim of the world I see. And just understanding that and getting back to understanding the difference between attack thoughts and what's true, our human nature. I'm just glad that we're doing a review. My ego would definitely have it that we keep going, keep pushing through, so we don't really get to the root of this stuff. So that's that. And then I also want to share major leaps of faith, and I have total confidence and belief we'll be there for Dubai. My husband and I just purchased our plane tickets yesterday, so we
to where? To Mexico?
Registration tickets. No, to Dubai. So we're already, Cancun's taken care of. So we're going to Cancun next month, and then from Cancun we'll meet you guys in Dubai in April.
I think y'all are gonna be on the yacht. Oh, only the 222 people know about the yacht. Yet if you register by March 1st, you'll be on the yacht.
Okay.
I think it was open to the first few people, and I think we have a couple of spots on the yacht. So let's see.
Okay.
Wow. Congratulations, Kristen! Dubai! Harmony. You dance in harmony. Dubai, 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 Dubai. I cannot. Literally, yesterday I found out Bali was open again. Tears literally came to my eyes. I literally started crying because I've been watching Bali like a hawk. Like, when are they opening? I think my energy, I think they just felt somebody's breathing down our necks to open. We should open. OMG, people cannot wait to get to Bali again. And Bali needs the money. Stop starving the Balinese people. Oh my goodness. These people are, I mean, there was the first international air flight, and a travel influencer that I follow, he was on the first international flight to Bali in 2 years. There has not been a flight into Denpasar, Denpasar. I hope I'm saying that right. Into Bali airport. There's one airport in Bali, and there have not been international flights into Bali for 2 years. But what I do love about it is there were a lot of Indonesian people going to Bali, which is good. So to keep the Balinese people going, because all the Balinese people are so beautiful. They're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. I love the Balinese people. Oh my God. I cannot wait to get back to Bali and take a whole rack of us to Bali. All right. Who's next? Yay, Kristen, Dubai. We're going to get to meet your husband too, right? Get to meet your husband.
Yes, he'll be there.
He will be there. I love it. I love it. Together. Do it together. All right. Who's next? Who's next?
I'm not sure if Divine Lady Queen Vashti wants to talk, or we have Princess next.
Good morning.
Good morning, Princess. How you love it?
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I just want to share yesterday, even now, I have a most peaceful day in my life. After we finished the clubhouse, right, I started my day, and I went to the different places. I went to.
I'm not hearing you clearly. Are you speaking straight into the phone, or is that me? Anyone else? It sounds distant. Yes, that's better.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, that's better.
Oh, okay. I said I had the most peaceful day yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Started yesterday. I still have it. I still feel peaceful. Mm-hmm. And I went to different stores. Everywhere I go. For example, I went to CDs, and it's just a store inside, so organized. And in the past experience, you go to DD's, blogs, and clothes everywhere, and nobody organized stuff. And right now, this moment, earlier you said, is because our thoughts is control, create our world. And I just realized, when my thoughts not organized. What I see is unorganized.
Let me understand what you're saying. What you're saying is that previously you had seen things unorganized and in front of you, and then what that gave you insight into is that your thoughts were not organized, disorganized, and so that's why you were seeing things disorganized in your outer world.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. And remember, I was always there, focus, because my thoughts were organized. My thoughts all over, everywhere. So what I see is stuff unorganized. Everywhere I go, it's unorganized stuff. So peaceful within. So I start organized when I feel peaceful. It was just like powerful. Every little thing that will organize our mind, and we can powerful create our world. That's my major experience. Right now, I'm still in peaceful moments. I said, okay, keep myself in line, and everything will be all right. I'm complete.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. You even sound different. Remember, we spoke at the Never Work Again about your beautiful divine assignments. All of us receive divine assignments as to how we're to be. And you already sound like you're practicing it. Lovely.
I am. Thank you.
Lovely. Yes. Congratulations. Mama Nika. Mama Nika. Mama Nika told me in 222 that her name is Mama Nika, not Mama Neka. All this time I've been calling her Mama Neka. It is not Mama Neka family. That was on me. I was wrong. It's Mama Nika. Mama Nika's love bites. She just filled out her passport application. How you like that, family? Woohoo! Come on, Mama Nika. Come on, Mama Nika. All right, who's next? I think y'all jumped on stage to say something. Who's next?
Can we have Barbara next?
All right, come on.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Barbara. How you loving? Never work again. 222 quantum manifestation and never work again. You go hard. You like me. You go hard.
I am having so many breakthroughs, like breakthroughs after breakthroughs. I wanted to speak yesterday. I was driving. I got home about 11. I did 23 hours straight. I loved it. Windy, Georgia, and then North Carolina, and then Karen, she drove home to Baltimore. It was an awesome experience. And this morning's meditation was awesome. It's like every moment, it's just, I'm just going high. I'm going high and higher. And I was so happy to meet everybody. And that Never Work Again was so wonderful. I felt like I had a VIP day with you. And everybody else was around, which is, it was just so, it was such a good move to just come and experience the love and family. Someone yesterday said that we all kind of like felt the same as far as coming together with a beautiful family and people that are it seemed like we were on one accord, like we really blended to the sense that we were experiencing wonderful divine lessons. And that's what I wanted to say, because I just really I'm so happy I made that move, and my whole life is just totally changed with all of these breakthroughs, and it gets better. It just keeps getting better and better, and that's all I have to say.
Barbara, y'all went on a grand road trip. Who was in the car with y'all?
It was Kara, Wendy, and Chai.
Wow.
And it was just it was just beautiful. And I'm glad that I did it, because I could have flew, but I wanted to drive because I like to drive anyway. And I love Miami. I mean, Princess, I was communicating with Princess. I'm like, I'm ready to move down here because the weather we got here was cold. The weather, everything, the people, everything was so beautiful. I love seeing happy faces, and I was seeing happy faces, and it was just nice. And she does Lyft. I used to do Lyft, and I said, well, I could go down there. I don't have to worry. I could go down there and do that too, So I'm ready. I'm just ready to just go wherever Spirit has me to go. And I feel free. I'm free.
Wow.
Yes, I'm free.
Wow. I love that, Barbara. Congratulations. Breakthrough after breakthrough.
Barbara. Thank you so much. Thank you, Val. I really feel that it's just all divine. Like today, and going over the lessons. It's just everything is in divine. It's in divine order for me, and you are. I want to thank you because you are doing the work, and to see that and to feel and to know and to trust that we have something so wonderful, that to guide us. It's just amazing. It really is. Yeah, and I'm complete.
Wow, Barbara. And you know what's beautiful? Oh, Barbara, could you mute your. Great, good, so that we don't get feedback. You know what I love about you, Barbara? You accept correction. For all our peeps that get rapid growth and breakthrough after breakthrough, they don't mind someone saying, no, 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 don't do it that way. Do it like this. They don't mind that. If you get correction and you get into your feelings, you're going to delay your dreams and your lofty elevation ascension by decades. Because you don't like correction. I love that so many of y'all are like that. You love correction. You like, oh, okay, let me not do it that way. Let me do it another way. And then you get your breakthrough. You just get there faster. Because all my coaches, they already have what I desire. And next week, oh my goodness, not even next week, this week. Ascension this week. I'll be at the Bitcoin conference. Initiation will be on the phone Wednesday night. Ascension will be on the phone, or not on the phone, Zoom Thursday night. When I go places and there are people there that can correct me and give me guidance and say, no, it doesn't work like that. It works like this. I'm so thankful because if I didn't have that correction, right? If I didn't have that, I'd take off from JFK Airport and I want to go to Dubai. And because that plane is not course correcting, they say a plane is off course 80 to 90% of the time. A plane is off course for its destination. It's a million little corrections, a million corrections. It's just correcting. Most of the time, it's off course. That's us. A lot of the times, we're off course for our dreams, our elevation, our ascension. We're off course. The beauty of the system is got a million little course corrections. The voice for God is always speaking to me. Go this way, go this way. People around me are telling me what I really think. More, the world around me is showing me what I really think and what I really believe. You see, I'm getting a million little course corrections so that I can ascend rapidly. It shouldn't take us decades to do these things when rapid ascension is available to you. Congratulations, Barbara. Who's next?
Good morning, everybody. This is Dia.
Good morning, Dia. How you loving?
I'm loving well. I was just thinking some things that were said earlier about the review, and I was just thinking how I have missed the mark in taking advantage of the review. I don't know if I had like a 222 hangover and I just wasn't focused back on the lessons. Like I was making the appointment to meet, but I wasn't doing the work after. So I just really had a epiphany, I guess, about how I had missed taking advantage of the review when that was something that I had actually manifested for myself, because I was thinking as we were going through the lessons, I was like, wow, there's so many lessons. I really need to take time to go back and, re-listen to them. And then when we got the review, it just completely went over my head. And now just this morning, I was like, man, it was only 5 lessons to review every day, and I could have gone back and done that each time. And I'm just now thinking of doing it when we only got 5 more for the review before we go into the next set of lessons. So that
just came to me, and I was thinking about it, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, but I was just like, man, wow, I gotta really get on my P's and Q's of taking action. And that was one of the things that was my intention for coming into this lesson, is that I have trouble taking action. I think things too much. I'm a Libra sign myself, and I just get stuck thinking all the time, and I'll even take enough action to put it on paper, but then, like I said before, taking it off the paper and actually putting it into my physical life is where I usually balk. So I'm really working on that, and I'm complete.
Do you have an accountability partner?
I do not, and here's why.
Okay.
I have often felt like when I get with someone else, I spend so much time focusing on making sure they're all right and they're doing what they should do, that I forget about myself. So maybe I'm thinking maybe I need either a stronger accountability partner or something different. I don't know.
Do you have a coach? Are you in a coaching program of some kind?
No, I would just say that you are my first and only coach.
Well, I'm honored. You know, nothing happens without accountability, family. Anytime you make a decision, you decide, I'm going to create a retreat center, I'm going to create this company, I'm going to make this business, I'm going to write this book, I'm going to create this beautiful spiritual daycare center. Yes. Nothing happens without accountability. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So even when I said, hey, not when I said it, when Spirit gave it to me, A Course in Miracles every day, I was like, whoo, 7 a.m., right? I knew that I had to install accountability. It's an installation. You must install accountability on yourself. Usually, it's like an energetic force behind you that keeps you pushing so you can't fall back into your old pattern. Because if you fall back into your old pattern, I'm going to give you all an example. Thank you, Spirit. Who knew that an eagle's nest has thorns in it? I didn't know that eagles build their nests with thorns. I found this out and I talked about it in the 78-day tarot challenge I did on this channel. Go and look at the 78-day tarot challenge day 1. I talked about this. So eagles, what do? When they construct the nest, the whole eagle thing is mind-blowing. Study eagles. And if you've ever seen an eagle's nest, the thing looks like a room in an apartment. It's huge. It's ginormous. An eagle's nest is like you can literally walk around in it. It is huge. As a matter of fact, they have eagle cams on YouTube, and you can just watch eagle's nests because they're, endangered and protected in the United States. Eagles put thorns in the nest where their offspring are going to be. So when the baby eaglets come, they'll put a layer of like really soft grass, like something soft. Then they'll put a layer of prickly thorns. Then it's layered. Then they'll put another layer of something soft, then a layer of thorns, and then soft again. So it's super soft when the babies first come. Well, as we know, high on a crag, the eagle's nests are always super high, super high. So when it's time for the baby to fly, as we know, the mother swats the baby out of the nest and the father catches the eaglet. Now, the mother and the father have already done a mating dance before she picked him, because, in the bird world, the females pick the males, and the males are usually the ones with all the plumage because they're trying to attract the females. So usually they're like the peacock family. The males are the ones with all the plumes because they're trying to attract great mates. Well, in the eagle world, you have to impress the female eagle. I wish more women were like female eagles. So when the female eagle is doing the mating dance with the male eagle, she already tested him by throwing off branches and things like that off a crag, and he swoops down and has to catch it, which means an eagle has to go faster than the speed of gravity. Well, when because she knows that one day you're going to catch my babies, and if you don't catch this branch, you're not catching my babies, and we over, we done right now. Well, when she flips the baby eagle out the nest for the first time, um, of course, he swoops down, catches it, because the eagle baby is just like, just right, doesn't know anything about flying at all, catches it. Now, after a while, the eagle babies, they start to know that mama is going to take them out the nest, put them on the ledge, and she's going to flap them off. Do you know what they start doing? They start understanding what's going on. They start hopping back in the nest. Except mama got something for that too. She flips off the nice, soft, furry part of the nest. And when they hop back in, they're on thorns. And then they hop off again. Do you see? She has accountability. No, you're going to fly. You're an eagle. That's what we do. We soar. We don't have nobody up in this camp that's not going to soar. And I think if we treated our kids like that, that there's not thorns, of course, that there's some consequence if you just lay around and do nothing and chill, because there's going to be consequences in your life if you do nothing. If you don't learn to soar, there's going to be very bad consequences in your life. So the mama eagle makes it clear up front, no, you don't soar, there's going to be some how you like them thorns. Now get your ass out of there and start flapping. Like the eagle mother is like, no joke. And eagle dad catching them. Eagle dad catch them. Eagle dad catch them. And deliver them right back to eagle mom. He like, I got you. I got them. Mom is like, I know that's right, eagle dad. So I don't know why eagles know more than we do, that we don't think that we can get accountability. You're not going to do it, family, without accountability. You're simply not going to do it. You're 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 going to slip back to doing the thing that you've always done. And you will not have your breakthrough. You will not have your win. You will not have your glorious, magnificent life. Everything that is of great importance to me, I put some accountability on it. Otherwise, I won't do it. I know myself, I won't do it. I'll slip back to doing the things that I did before. What is the accountability if I don't show up here? Man, if I'm 30 seconds behind, sometimes I don't have the clubhouse set up like Spirit gave me. Spirit gave me a simple job. The job is so simple. It's so simple and so easy. And sometimes in the morning, I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't set up the clubhouse room yet. 50 million other people could set up the clubhouse room. Spirit gave me a simple job to do. How long does it take me? 30 seconds. Not even that. You see, it's part of my exercise. Okay. Every day I must do this with consistency. It's part of my discipline. I'm in boot camp. I'm in boot camp for something even greater, for TV shows and movies. I'm in boot camp. All of you are in boot camp. Can you do these simple actions every single day at the same time? Can you show up in excellence? Can you show up ready, prepared, on time? Boot camp. You see, because when you're on the television set or when you're on the movie set, they can't wait for you because you're late. Every late minute could be $200,000. So when Spirit gave it to me, right away I spoke it. I said, A Course in Miracles every day. Harmony can tell you. We were in the Wealthy Goddess room doing the abundance principles, John Randolph Price. And it was somewhere around November or something where it was like, A Course in Miracles every day came to me for 2022, because I knew 2022 was huge. I knew 2022 is huge. 2022 is huge. And I spoke it. That's what we're doing. We're doing A Course in Miracles. Then I kept speaking it. We're doing A Course in Miracles every single day, starting January 1st, 7 a.m. on all the channels that we can do it at the same time. Harmony was like, every day, Rev, every day. Every day, Rev. I was like, every day, Spirit, every day. I mean, Spirit didn't stutter when it said it. I knew it was every day. I knew what the deal was when I first got the impress in my spirit. 7 a.m. every day. Here we are. tremendous accountability. I can't just not show up. I can't do that. I cannot just not show up. It can't happen. Because I said it and I said it publicly. There is nothing more powerful, please, family. Few things more powerful than the power of the public pledge. We used to do it in coaching a lot. Write it down, write it out. The power of the public pledge. You announce it publicly to people that are looking to you or that respect you or that appreciate you, that love you. You publicly pledge what you're going to do. And trust me, they'll be asking you, didn't you say you were going to write that book and have it finished by the end of this month? Didn't you say that? You won't go out like that. You'll do it. You'll do it. Not Alina. Dia, what are you hearing, Dia?
From what you said, it sounds like I need to do the group pledge rather than just having a single accountability partner, because I think that will keep me from focusing on other people and just staying focused on what I'm supposed to do. So I'm gonna do the pledge, but I have to write it out so I know what I'm doing. So I'm not just saying anything random today and then not doing something tomorrow. So.
May I offer you something about what you just shared?
Yes.
Okay. It's actually the reverse of what you shared, because I heard you say, I don't do well with accountability partners because I find myself beginning to coach them and engaging their energy and making sure that they're doing the thing that they are supposed to be doing. Yet I do not get the same reciprocated that then there. So somehow there's a misequilibrium. There is perhaps an ox with a rabbit. Is that what happens energetically? That you're helping them, but they really are not in a position to help you. Is that how it's happening?
Yes, and I feel like that's because I've come out of the military as a leader, and so I pick people that need leadership, and I don't know how to pick a person that can be a leader for me.
That is excellent. Here is something that happened to me in relationships, happened for me in relationships, not to me. Nothing's ever happening to us. Everything's happening for us. In relationships, I was picking people that were not quote unquote equal. I wasn't equally yoked with the people I was choosing. And so I kept having these, family, when I tell you weird experiences, I was having some weird experiences in relationships. And these experiences, I'm sure if I wrote a book about it, would be super comical. These things, these experiences I was having with these men, and then the same thing kept happening. And so after I blew up the last experience, I was like, no, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm done. And I remember I sat in my meditation chair. Family, what I'm about to say will free you from some things that you cannot even believe. Please write down what I'm about to say, because this thing will blow your mind. It blew mine. I still remember where I was sitting. So I sat in my meditation chair and I get with heaven and I say, okay, I'm not going to move until I get the message. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Because I can see myself doing it. What am I doing? That I keep getting not what I want instead of what I want. What am I doing? Like, where am I bobbing when I should be weaving? What is happening, Spirit? What is it? What is it? And I sat still. And guess what Spirit told me? It very clear. I just sat still. I was just really quiet. I was really quiet. I wasn't going to move until I got the answer. I was like, Buddha, if I have to die right here, I'm going to die right here, because I have to have the answer to what am I doing? Well, Spirit said, well, after I was silent for a while, just breathing and still and silent, speak to me, Holy Spirit. I was just still. I just sat there. After a while, the Holy Spirit started speaking, and this is what it said. Well, it was a voice talking to me exactly like I'm talking to you right now. It said, You choose people that you perceive to be less than you because you have an abandonment issue and you're afraid that they'll leave you. So when you partner with people, you are what you perceive as the prize in the relationship. And you also think that this is going to prevent them from cheating on you because uh, you think that they should think that they have a prize. And therefore, because quote unquote, in your mind, you've set it up that you think you're better than them. And you think that they should think you're better than them because you're that girl, right? You're the it girl, however we call it. Holy Spirit didn't say that part, however we call it, right? I think I'm the prize. It said the prize. And you want them to think that too, so that that's your insurance that they won't leave you, which is coupled with, which is coming from abandonment, and that they won't cheat on you, which is coming from unworthiness. So, hold on. Hold on. Energy moving through. And woo! I'm laughing at the voice. It's still expelling stuff. It's still expelling stuff. That some of this stuff is wedged deep in your system. And he said, and I'm sitting there listening like this. What? Holy Spirit was reading my whole relationship life from when I was a teenager. And at the time I had this conversation, I was probably like 50. Well, it read my whole relationship life for damn near 35 years, decades. And then it said, and you do all this because you're too afraid to stand toe to toe with your equal. Bam. Because you know what that would require of you. Bam. I purposely, woo, the energy is moving. Woo. I got to stand up for a minute. Okay. Okay, family. I purposely pick people who I perceive, not who are. Remember, there's no inferior people, no superior people. I purposely pick people who I perceive are less than me. This was what my unconscious mind was going out and doing, picking people that I perceive are less than me, and they should see that I'm a prize if I even give you the time of day. That ought to keep you on the leash, because I'm into control and manipulation, because I'm abandoned. I got an abandonment story. I got an unworthiness story. I think you're going to leave me. That's my abandonment story. I think you're going to cheat on me. That's my unworthiness, insecurity story. And why am I doing all this? Because I'm really super afraid. I'm super afraid to stand toe to toe with the person who is my equal. Damn. And the Holy Spirit was just quiet. I was like, no more questions. I shut my mouth after that. I shut my mouth. You see, we're picking these people that we feel are inferior. Why? Because, Dia, if you picked somebody that was a leader just like you, you know both of y'all would be getting your ass kicked on the regular, and y'all would be outing each other on all the bullshit stories. Is that so?
I agree that what came to me while you were speaking was this old skit that I remember called Lowered Expectations. From Mad TV, that's what it was. And because what you described was my whole family dynamic. And my mother, even though she's what I consider my greatest antagonist, I still think that she's a great lady. And I never could figure out why she was never good enough for my dad. And I love my dad. My dad has always been like my best friend. But I never could figure out what was so wrong with my mom that he would constantly choose all of these women that were what I felt like were bimbos, to put it plain, in comparison to her. And so my whole relationship dynamic played out the same scenario over and over and over and over and over, to the point where I got where I just stopped. I said, you know, I'm done. I don't want to deal with that anymore. I need to be focused on myself, my life, my finances more than anything, because that was what I felt like was suffering, because I was so focused on relationships. So I totally agree that it was easier for me to become the helper. What did you call the wounded healer?
Oh, come on, talk about it, sis. Come on.
I was the wounded helper. Like, it just became easier for me to always help everybody else to take the light off of me, so to speak, so nobody would notice that I was the one that really needed the help. And so I just lowered my expectations so low for myself that now I'm having trouble even expecting anything for myself. That's why I said the other day that I wish I had took the leap in 2018 to get with you all instead of being in fear over that witch stuff. I mean, because that's just the bottom line. It was just the witch stuff that kept me in fear of judgment. And I felt like I just got into a comfort zone from 2018. I've been doing gig working, and it just became a comfort zone to where I was actually just really scared to come to 222, because I felt like it was going to put me back in that mode of expecting the best for myself. I mean, I wouldn't have become a drill sergeant in the Army if I didn't expect anything for myself. But that was my whole mission for joining the Army. And when I had anxiety attacks the whole way through, but I made it. And when I put on that hat and belt, that meant something to me. So when you talk about accountability, the first thing comes to my mind is like, why would I do something just because somebody else expects it? When I can't even do something because I expect it. And I feel bad about that. That's why I didn't reach out to anybody to get an accountability partner, because I was like, if I can't even be accountable to my own self, why would I do it for somebody else? But it goes back to that whole story you just recounted about the relationships. I understand that. But, well, I won't say but, and I want to see things differently. I want to do things differently. And I want to get back to expecting the best for myself and not just expecting it, just putting it into action. Like our bishop always said, let your knowledge lead to action. And that has become my life watch phrase. But after I got into this comfort zone, I put it on the wall and I don't do anything about it. And I'm tired of living like that. And I think that's why I felt so relieved when I came to 222 and got in the room with you all, because I know that this is a group that I need to be a part of, that I should be a part of, that I have all the capabilities of being a part of, but I just wanted to come out from under this rock I put myself in based on the issues that I had in my past with other groups. I wanted to just, like my drill sergeant used to say, who put your fire out? I ended up putting my own fire out because of all of that stuff. And you all, just being in the atmosphere with you all, just from these talks that we've had for almost 60 days, it started making me want to relight my own fire. And I was scared that if I came to 222, that it would be too overwhelming. But I'm at a point now. I'll be 47 this year, and I want that because my whole thing was I don't want my parents to die thinking that I'm not taken care of, thinking that I'm still dousing my own fire. I want them to see me shining. I'm complete.
Ooh, that is delicious. That's why we're here every morning, family. That is why we're here every morning. You know, family, when you continue to have disappointment after disappointment after disappointment in your life, you don't go for things. You stop going for things because the disappointment is so devastating. We stop going for things. You can never let yourself stop going. I will die going for a dream. I will die going for it. You will not stop me from going for it. Go for it. Go for it and keep going for it and love the ride. Maybe you get it, maybe you don't get it. Love the ride. Love it. Dia, you have taken off your shackles. You used the keys and set yourself out of the prison. You did it. I can hear it in your sharing. You broke it. You broke the shackles. Now go out there and live your lovely life. Do it. You were looking so happy and free. Dia, you were bright light at 222 quantum manifestation. Bright light. You know?
I told Harmony that that's what my name means.
Wow.
In every language. And I just want to live up to it. I'm complete.
Well, you are living up to it. And here's the deal about accountability, family. Accountability is not you doing something that someone else wants you to do. You bring forward the divine will, the divine unction. What is the divine unction for your life? Write this book and complete this book by March 31st and have it published. Okay. I'm going to have this book completed by March 31st. It's not someone else giving you some kind of orders about what to do. Like maybe perhaps when you were a drill sergeant, Dia, you had to tell people what to do, right? And maybe it was what they really wanted to do, and maybe it wasn't. When you are asking for accountability, see, I really want to be doing this. I really want to be great. I really want to expand. I really want to be God. That's what I really want to be. In all aspects of my being, I desire to be Christ and do what Christ did, to have this incredible ascension experience and walk about the planet knowing I and the Father are one. There was no distinction in his mind. He was clear on who he is. And he said, this and greater things than you, this shall you do, and you have it. And you have the kingdom of heaven within you, and you and I are one, just as I and the Father are one. We're all one. He was talking it. And I said, let me just be Christ. Let me just be Christ, right? In the way that God created me to be. Not like another person, in the way God created me to be. Let me ascend to my highest elevation, which is God. My only goal is God. So in this whole experience, of gaining accountability and being accountable to all the wonderful steps that we're doing to be God or whatever the case may be. Pardon me. Writing books. I'm not saying that writing a book makes you God. What I'm saying is you're following the divine will and the divine unction, and you're getting results, and you're getting closer, and it's a beautiful journey and it's unfolding. It's your evolutionary process, your ascensionary process unfolding. So we're not ever beholden to what someone else wants us to do. We have our own thing that we ourselves desire to do. Now, let me ask you a few questions, family. What will happen if you don't pay your phone? Well, every month, you don't pay Verizon, whomever it is, you don't pay them. What will happen? You know the exact date that you will pick up your phone and there will be, hello, nothing there. What will happen if you don't pay for your home? You will go home one day and find your things on the street. What will happen if you don't pay for your car? One day you'll go outside to try to find your car, try to put your car or find your car, it'll be gone, or it won't start, right? How they have those new switches, they can just remote turn off your car. What would happen if you are mean to your boo? They're going to leave your ass. There's accountability in every area of life except for your dreams. Except for your dreams. There's accountability for you to pay your phone. Why does everybody run and pay their phone? Why is your phone always paid? Accountability. If you don't pay it, this is what happens. Why is your home always paid? If you don't pay it, this is what happens. Why is your car always paid? Why is your insurance always paid? Why is everything always paid? Because if you don't pay it, something is going to happen. There is going to be not a punishment. You're not being punished. Verizon is punishing me because I didn't pay my bill. That's madness. It's a consequence. It's a natural consequence of your actions. I didn't pay for it. I can't have it. Simple. And Never Work Again learned many powerful concepts. And one of the powerful concepts Never Work Again learned is proof of work, which is Bitcoin. If you don't do the work and prove that you did the work, you don't get the reward. That's how it works in life. So, Dia, no one's telling you what to do. We ourselves are calling forth what we desire to do. And then we are asking someone in great love, hold me accountable to doing this thing, just like a Verizon holds me accountable every month to pay my phone bill. Do we understand how this works, family?
Yes, thank you.
Beautiful. Congratulations, dear. I feel it. I feel it already happen. It's already done. You already broke the shackles. Now go forth and sin no more, as Christ used to say. What does sin no more means? Don't make up stories, family, that we can't go for our dreams because this, that, and the other. You can go for it. Get up and go for it. And when you put yourself together in a group of people that are fiery, your fire is gonna catch too. And I'm air. Air feeds fire. Come on now. Who's next? I love it.
We have Sharon.
Blessing, Sharon.
Good morning. Good
morning, Sharon from 222 and Never Work Again. Sharon.
Yes, absolutely. I came here. I'm still here in Miami, leaving out this morning, and just went through the entire both of the courses, and they were really nice. I got back to my room alone. Woke up yesterday morning alone, got out, went out to the beach, connected and stayed out there till about noon, came back alone, feeling alone. I know now I wasn't. So got up about 3 and said, let me get out of here and go walk and do something. Went down, caught the shuttle. They have a free shuttle. I don't know if everyone knew that. But and then walked on the Ocean Avenue with all the shops and restaurants. I said, I'll get something to eat. Got to the Versace restaurant, and I was like, oh, what an experience. I would love to go in the mansion and, have that experience. She said, no, you can't come in because you're not dressed properly. She says, go and get your dress and just go over to Ross and buy your dress and come back. And I'm thinking, wow, that's a lot of work just to go in there, you know? So I walked away and was like, what do I do? I looked at Uber. Oh, it's going to cost me $23 to go one way to my room. And then another 23 probably to come back, you know? So I was like, yeah. Walking. Went back out to where I picked the shuttle up. And I was sitting there. And this electric car pulled up. And I was just curious. I said, what are you doing? He says, oh, I get free rides. I said, really? I said, well, I need to go to my hotel and change my dress and come back. He says, well, I already have someone scheduled to pick up now. He says, but get in. I got in. And he says, oh, I'll call them and tell them I'll pick them up later. He says, go and put your dress on. I'll take you back. I was like, wow. So I ran up, put my dress on, went back down. He dropped me back off in front. As if it was like a Cinderella moment. Like my chariot arrived. So then, still not knowing I'm not alone, but feeling alone, went in unsure of everything. And they were like, well, you can't, we don't have any tables available, so you can't have dinner, but you can just have appetizers and one drink. Really? Okay. And I'm starving. I hadn't eaten all day because I'm laying in the room thinking everybody gets miracles but me. Everybody get everything out of this course but me. And I just go back home to that life that I've lived of being alone. So I went inside, sat at the bar, had my drink, and people were just coming up to me, talking to me, entertaining me. We were having conversations, and they had their dinner, had their reservations. They'd go off and, do their thing. And, I ordered my one drink, and, and then I said, I went to the bartender. I said, I'm hungry. I really want something to eat. He said, okay, I'll make an exception. Order whatever you want off the menu. And I was like, really? So I ordered dinner at the bar, which was not supposed to happen. And then another group of people came in. This young guy came in, and he was just flossing, had like 3 or 4 ladies with him, and he just turned away from them and had a 45-minute conversation with me, So it was just amazing how that night, how it just transpired into a miracle. And not even realizing it in the moment. I did not realize any of that until I got up this morning and knew I had a miracle happen yesterday. I was feeling like I didn't want to go home. I'm like, I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to go back to that place. And now, this morning, and after hearing Rev speak, that God is with you wherever you go.
Wherever you go.
You don't have to feel you get to choose God. You get to choose Him being with you, and you get to have miracles happen to you as well, Sharon. It was very evident that was a miracle last night. That's right. I'm complete.
Woo! More than one miracle. Yeah, multiple miracles, back to back to back to back. Congratulations on accepting miracles. Of course, miracle says that miracles are natural, and if miracles do not occur, something has gone wrong. Isn't that incredible? If miracles do not occur in my life, something has gone wrong. When have we ever woke up in the morning and someone said to us, a crazy lady yell at you on YouTube and say, you're supposed to have miracles in your life? You're supposed to have miracles, beloved. You're supposed to have them continuously. Thank you for sharing your miracles with us, Sharon. Thank you. I love what Sharon did, family, because Sharon told us, Sharon and Barbara have been friends for decades. And Barbara has been here, as you know, in the mornings, doing amazing, amazing sharing and having an amazing breakthroughs and adventures. And she told her friend Sharon, come on and get on here. Sharon came on Saturday morning. First time ever. Sharon came on Saturday morning, and 5 hours later, Sharon was on the way to Miami to be with us. How soon was it? Barbara said that same day. Sharon and Barbara, how did that work? The same day. Sharon was on with us that morning, and she said, "What are y'all doing? What is this?" And Barbara said, "Buy this ticket." She registered for Never Work Again and 222, which included 222. And stayed the whole week. She said, "I really don't know what y'all doing, but my friend said to come in." Amazing. Amazing. When I heard that story, I almost fell out. She came Saturday morning for the first time ever. And hours later, she was booking everything. Karen, same thing. I mean, Karen was emailing me like, listen, Rev, I have to get there. I have to get there. I have to get there. We had to open registration back up again for the two of them to register. Registration was closed for 222. Incredible. Incredible. Who's next? Miracles.
We have Mama Rosa.
Rosa, how you loving? Rosa. Rosa, are you able to speak? Unmute your line. Mama Rosa.
Girl, you would have to do. I've been sitting here nicely in my little leather white chair waiting and listening. And then when I get ready to go to the bathroom, right?
Look, sitting on the toilet. Okay, Rosa, like, oh, shoot.
That might be too much information for all of you, but yeah, it is what it is.
Hey,
I love the fact that everybody had such an amazing time at your event, which is always expected. It's just expected. I was listening earlier, and someone was stating about why we review. I'm grateful that the lessons, because I've been a teacher for a very long time, in public school, private schools, even started some schools. And one of the things that I know, practice makes perfect. Mm-hmm. And with the course, every idea is repeated in other fashions and built upon. But the first 45 or 50 lessons are new concepts to our whole psyche. Mm-hmm. And if we don't hear them constantly and say them constantly, they will never become a part of us. Because there is no such thing as right or wrong or false or truth. It's just one truth, period. And we have to remember this. In order to remember it, we have to hear it constantly. So it doesn't matter whether you do the review today, tomorrow, or a month from now, to note that it's there to reinforce this new concept of freedom, of love. We have to hear it on a constant basis. And rest assured, if you miss lesson 59, rest assured, 50 lessons from here, they're going to review the same idea again, just in a different way. So we have to review. At some point in time, we have to stop and revisit the beginning lessons, because those are the foundation upon which the next 200 lessons are going to be based upon. So we have to review. Whenever you review, there is no right or wrong. Just do it. Just do it. Because it becomes easier when situations arise to automatically pull up a thought, a statement that will give you clarity to whatever situation you're doing. I know that that's the way it's been for me. Now they just kind of pop up when I need them. And that's a good thing. So keep on doing what you're doing, ladies. I rest assured that you're just beginning this expansion. And when you look around 4 years from now, you're going to be like, God, man, I have really expanded. I don't have to hold people hostage. I don't have to blame people. I don't have to depend on people, because the Spirit will guide me all the way, instantaneously. Just hold on. You're getting there. I love it. I love the growth that I see in you ladies. You are, and men. Let me not leave out the brothers, because they are here too. And they say if you want to change the universe or change a concept, teach it to a woman, because we are the teachers of the world. That's why God made us. We expand on stuff that brothers don't look at. But anyway, I just wanted to say congratulations to all of you. You are amazing. So keep on doing your work and be ever so blessed. I am complete.
Blessings, Mama Rosa. We used to call her Minister Rosa J. Hodge. And I do love Mama Rosa. That sounds good. That's what they call you here, Mama Rosa. They call you Mama Rosa. She used to be Minister Rosa. She's minister too. A minister and a mama. So that's beautiful. Thank you, Rosa. Love you. Sweet.
You are well, welcome. I like the fact that I'm here as a mama, because I'm mama to everybody. I love it. Thank you for the honor.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Is Sweetness next? Who's next? PTR family, pull to refresh. That means you pull down your screen, you swipe down your screen, and it'll refresh and hopefully give us our correct order. Who's next? Mods?
Yeah, Sweetness is next. Okay. Come on, Sweetness. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I just listening to everyone share is beautiful. It's magnificent. It's what I've been thinking of recently to describe these feelings is like a hug to my heart. Like it's just so beautiful. And DA, you're absolutely correct. You know, you are not the only one. I was reminded of this actually this morning as well. And I appreciate you sharing. I truly do. Thank you. One of the things that stuck with me from 222, one of the many things from being in the room, was about learning about quantum leaps and just the quantum field in itself, just learning about it and meditating on that. And yesterday, I took the opportunity to just meditate on what I learned, what I received while I was there. And I kept repeating my Galactic Signature. I was in the kitchen, you know, washing dishes and cooking, and I just kept repeating. If I may, I dedicate in order to create universalizing mind. I seal the output of vision with the crystal tone of cooperation. I am guided by the power of accomplishment. I'm a galactic activation portal. Enter me. Kim 155 Blue Crystal Eagle. And then you were talking about an eagle this morning.
Woo! Synchronicity. Read the signs. Read the signs. Yes.
And that you hugged my heart with that. And it was so morning my son was late for school. He missed the bus. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take you to school. And I learned that on the days when that happens with him, it always happens for a reason. Like, I used to think, oh, he was just being lazy, or he just didn't want to get up, or he's being defiant. And as I've been seeing reality, really seeing what's there, every time it happens for a reason. And so what I learned to do is not, fussing doesn't do any good. It's pointless to fuss and argue. So stop it. So I stopped it. I don't do that anymore. I said, you're hungry? You want some breakfast? I always cook him a breakfast on those days. Even if I don't cook breakfast, on the regular days when the other days where he just gets up and goes out, I always get up with him in the mornings. However, I don't cook every morning. And on those days, like today, I make sure I'm like, okay, let me cook him something. So I cook him a good breakfast, and he gets ready, and I make sure not to talk to him too much. I only say what's necessary because I don't want to disrupt whatever's going on. And I didn't even realize what I was doing when I was doing it until now. It's like something's happening. Like, just leave him alone. Nurture him. So I cook him a good meal. If he needs help finding something, I help him find it. And then he's done, makes his bed. He's like, I want to go downstairs and watch a play. He likes watching old church plays. And he wanted to go downstairs and finish watching the play. He did finish last night. Sure, go ahead. And then we got in the car, and on the way to school, he's listening. You talk about the eagle and accountability, and he was listening so intently. His birthday's tomorrow.
How old will he be in Earth years?
14. Yeah, in Earth years.
What's his galactic signature?
I don't remember his.
Okay, get it, and be sure he memorizes his 5 or 6 line mantra. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
And he was listening so intently, and he didn't speak a word. And usually, he knows I've been in Clubhouse every morning. He knows about this. However, he's never sat and just listened with me. And I didn't ask him, he's been in the car before and I played, and he may have been on his phone, but he was just listening. He wasn't on his phone. He didn't have his headphones on. And I kept wanting to look. I kept looking at him like, I wonder what's going on in this brain. Like, what's going on over there? What is happening? And he didn't say anything. However, it was a shift. Like, I felt a shift. And I just kept looking at him. We pulled up to the school, and he looked at me. He said, okay, Ma, I love you. Have a good day. He kisses me on my forehead because he's tall. He's close to 6 feet, and I'm 5'2", wow. 5'1". So he always kisses me on my forehead. Have a good day, kiss me. And I'm just looking at him, and he's so calm and so just radiant. And he just gets out the car and goes in. And what's so significant about that is that it had been a struggle. I felt like I thought it had been a struggle to get him to have accountability. And it was also myself, because you spotted, you got it, obviously, because I came on here and talked about that. I didn't have any type of accountability for myself. And so how can I teach him about it? I don't even know it. I don't even know what it is. So I would explain to him what I could as much as I knew, but however, I didn't know what to say because I wasn't doing it. I didn't know what to do. And this morning, he just listened. And it was like he absorbed everything you said. And there was no, oh, I don't want to go to school, or can I just stay home, or this and that. It was like something happened.
Mm.
And I thought, okay. So that's why I thought he got up late this morning. It's his right. He needed to be in here for this. I don't even know all of what's happened, but something happened. I know, I felt it. I saw it. He looked different.
Mm-hmm.
He moved different.
Mm-hmm.
With meditation yesterday, repeating my Galactic Signature, and something I'm learning about recently was mirror magic. How powerful mirrors are, they're portals.
Mm-hmm.
And I see this transformation, and it's mind-blowing. And just being open to receive. And I said, I'm available. And yesterday, it's like the universe is showing me where to go. Spirit, source, God, sweetness is telling me what to say, when to say, where to go. And these amazing beings that I didn't even know I knew before, I see them now. It's like they're being placed in my path. Like, okay, here you go, like the two guys I told you about yesterday, and then the two men. My son has recently, this year, become very close with another student at his school. And I met his mother a couple of times, and she always felt good to me. However, we never really spent time together and hung out. So yesterday, it was late. They had a playoff. He plays basketball. They won their first playoff game last night. So they wanted the two of our sons wanted to get together and hang out. So they hung out at her house, and it was late. The game was at 4. I got home late, and I still cooked and fed everybody. And I said I'm gonna go pick Isaac, his name is Isaac. I'm going to pick him up and bring him home. And I go over there, and Jay's mom was like, you got some time? You want to sit down? So I walk in, and her house is gorgeous. There's candles everywhere. There's little Buddha statues and other, I can't even think of all the names now, the Hindu gods, and these pictures on the walls.
Okay, you met another magical being.
And this is the first time now, because I'm open to receive, I'm available. I see her now. She's been there.
Wow.
And I see her now. I see me now. And we're in the car. She had to run an errand. She's like, "You want to ride with me?" So we're riding, and we're talking. And we're talking about working and never working again. I told her I don't work. And she was talking about she hate her job. And I saw me. Like everything she was saying, we were saying and doing the exact same thing. And so she's like, "Well, you don't work. What do you do?" And I said, "I'm a violinist." And she's like, "No way." She loves like strings instruments. She loves. Turn me on to some people I never heard of. She knows these amazing people. She's like, "Oh yeah, pull this violinist up." And I see what I dream about, watching it right in front of my eyes. I'm like, "You know her?" "Yeah, I know her." And she goes, "You ever thought about an open mic night?" And I say, "Yeah, actually, I found one, this month that I'm going to go to." And she's like, "Okay, where is it?" And and it's a Spanish name. I'm like, I don't know the name. I don't know how to say the name. And it's in, Parma. I'm naming city. She's like, "Are you sure it's in that city?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Is it La Cosecha?" "La Cosecha." And I say, Yeah. That's how you say that? She goes, "Oh yeah, I know the owner. Like we're friends." And she said, "That's right down the street." So she drives me to the place. And I'm like, wow.
She drives you there to play your violin?
They were closed though. They weren't open.
Is it a place that you can play the violin?
Yes. So the last Saturday of this month, I will be playing there. What is that? March 20th.
You already have a date where you're going to be playing there?
Yes. March 26th.
Congratulations. Come on now. Congratulations. Congratulations. So what you're sharing with us this morning is that you're seeing, I hear baby too. Tell baby I say hi. Tell baby we say hi. So what I hear you saying is that you're seeing miracles manifest in your world. And because you said you had a powerful conversation with your violin yesterday, or when your violin had that conversation with you, that now you expanded into meeting someone who is also a magical being. Then the expansion continued. You kept saying yes to the invitation, and as you kept going deeper and deeper, then it brought you to a purpose point of playing the violin at a restaurant that you probably would not have normally been playing it. This is a series of miracles. Is that what you're sharing with us?
Absolutely.
Delicious.
Absolutely. It's an art gallery.
Oh, it's an art gallery, not a restaurant. It's an art gallery.
Yes, it's an art gallery.
Oh,
and there are poets there.
We love it.
Videos of poets that she's met and things that, events that she's gone to there. And I cried.
Well, what this is doing, sweetness, is this is putting you in a pool that you were previously not swimming in. Spirit introduced you after you said yes to the violin. Yes, you keep saying yes. That's what I love about this journey. You said yes to making the videos. You said yes to sharing your talent, your gift. You said yes to carrying the violin with you everywhere you go. And you said yes to your violin when you said that's true. If I'm not prepared to play it, why am I carrying it everywhere? Then you said yes to your son, and you said yes to the invitation to come to your son's friend's mother's house. And then you said yes to the invitation to, hey, ride with me. And then you said yes to the ride turned into Another synchronicity. Do we see family? This is how it works. You know, you're so busy. We're so busy sometimes saying, "Oh no, I'm too busy for a miracle. I got to go over here and do something little." When I could be, yes. Just keep saying yes and yes and yes and yes. And Shonda Rhimes even wrote a book about this. Pardon me. And Shonda Rhimes is one of my favorite writers in the world because with her pen, she can make you just feel all these different things. And Shonda Rhimes wrote a book, I think it was called My Year of Yes, that everything that was asked of her for a whole year, she said yes to. Hey, want to go get some coffee? Even though she was super busy, would have to go and write another episode of the Doctors. What was that doctor show? My daughter loves that show. Some doctor show that Shonda Rhimes writes, and she's in Hollywood. She's got all these contracts. Want to go get coffee? Yes. See, it was hard for her to say yes to that because she has so many things to do. Yes, I'll go have some coffee. You know, she's about to go out to her office, and her office is super cute, and she has some daughters. I don't know how many daughters she has, two or three. And she adopted, I think, one of her daughters. I don't remember exactly everything about her family. I do know that she created like an office in a space in her office for her daughters because she was working so much, right? So she just bring the kids there. Well, you know, she would be on her way to do something, and one of the kids would say, "Hey, play blocks with me." And she would say, "Yes." And she would pause, play block, hey, play in blocks for a few minutes to satisfy your child. And after a while, they're on to the next. Okay, bye, mom. You know, but if you keep saying, "No, I don't have time, no, I don't have time, no, I don't have time, no, I have time," mm, mm, not cool. And so her year of yes, she just kept saying yes. That's what it sounds like. You keep saying yes. Yes. Want to go here? Yes. Want to go there? Yes. Want to go here? Yes. And you can feel the yes in your system. You're not just saying yes to every damn thing. You're saying yes to that which is in your spirit. Congratulations, sweetness. Congratulations. Love it. Who's next? And we're gonna wrap up soon. So speak now, if ever hold your peace. Alana, come on, Alana, speak now. You're gonna wrap us up for today.
Great rising. So I'm so excited. I forgot to share yesterday that on I think it was Wednesday evening, I dreamed and I wrote it down on Thursday morning. It was so different because I had a dream that I was walking with keys in my hand, but that wasn't the difference of the dream. Was I was walking, I saw it was my hand because I don't know how my hands look. So I had keys in my hand, but several people were bringing me the keys, and their hands were different type of hands, like an older woman. I knew which hand it was, like an older mother, an older person. One was a man. They were just different genders and different people handing me the keys. And I just thought, wow. And you could see it, like they were going, it was like their hands were stacking, like boom, 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 boom. They were all like handing me the keys, and they were different people. Some of the hands were darker and older and wide, like a man's hand. Some were slim, and just different hands were handing me the keys. I just wanted to share that. I forgot to share that yesterday, but that happened.
What do you? I was wondering, what have you received that it means?
I was thinking it was people who have gone before me.
Oh, very nice.
I was thinking that they were. I know I have a connection with a great grandmother I've never met, and that's so weird. My grandfather's mother, she was Indian. Her maiden name is Cobbs, Lucinda Cobbs. And for some reason, I don't know how or why, I get things from her. And she was a Cobb before she married my grandfather's father. And then she went on having a stepmother, but he was grown by that time. And so, for some reason, she reaches out to me a lot.
Do you have do you have an altar for her, or do you have a remembrance space for her in the home?
No, but I guess I should get one.
Okay.
And the reason I know her name and I knew about her because there was a lot of storytelling in my family. My grandmother was born in 1807, so she used to tell me different things. But my grandfather told me about his mom. Her name was Lucinda Cobb, and I could just see her hair was very, very long hair. And she was Indian, so she was Cobb. And then she married Charlie Ward. And so also there's something about some property. I don't know what to do with it though. I can't find when I called before, some people recognized me. I don't know what made me call. I called before COVID. Caledonia, Arkansas is not even on the map. And I called down there, and because I had the midwife's name and everything that birthed my mom, but now I can't even find my mom's papers. And I asked about land only because what I'm receiving from the spirit, and they paused, and then they said, "Do you have record?" And now I can't find. I asked my daughter, what she do with my mom's information, because I gave it to her. So we're scrambling for that information. So I keep hearing like little stuff like I need to do some things like maybe I should take a trip down there. I don't know why.
Before doing all those things, would it be okay if I offered something here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I would talk to her. Because she's reaching out to you. Yeah, she's reaching out to you. And anytime someone reaches out to you from the other side, they're doing it for a reason. Yes. And so I would have conversation with her. I would set up an altar for her with a table, a nice simple table. Family ancestral altars don't have to be super elaborate because they've already made the connection. You're already infinitely connected to all your ancestry. I would set up an altar, a simple altar. I usually go with white. Well, you can ask her what color do you like and put the flowers on there, put water on there, water always for clarity and cleanliness and purity, and the flowers for the surreal, ethereal nature, because flowers are very ethereal, right? For the ethereal unfoldment of the soul, and something white. And as soon as you set up set up an altar, the angels begin attending it immediately. As soon as you set up an altar, the angels come instantaneously. So in the Bible, whenever you saw that people set up an altar, they would say something. They would always set up an altar to denote that something very magnificent happened on this spot. This is where God spoke to me, and this is the house of God, and this place will be called Bethel, right? Or something like that. And they put stones, and they would say, and the stones are still standing there to this day. And that whenever you set up an altar, immediately the angels tend it. Why do the angels tend it? Because an altar is another entry point or access point to alternate dimensions of reality. It is not just in the third dimension, it's shooting up all the way through all the dimensions. And the angelic protection and the angelic direction is there. I would set up an altar, and I would sit at the altar, maybe put a little chair there, and ask, and have a beautiful journal with a beautiful pen, maybe purple ink, very high vibration color, and light the candle. And I would have these sessions with her, because you've already you have her name and you know who she is, and yeah, she's like, whew, thank you.
Even if I don't have her picture, I can
yes, because the picture is just another connector point to help us in our third dimensional conscious mind. Yet you have her name and you already have been communing with her, which is beautiful. And I would sit there and I would ask, well, what do you want me to know? I tell you one thing, Queen Hadassah, what about your grandmother? Her grandmother started talking to her. Her grandmother told her everything.
Yes. I'm just listening to you. I'm getting ready to put on my bathing suit to go to the beach. But, my first altar experience happened here in Inufra. I was meditating, and I got out the meditation. It was like, build a ancestral altar. I'm like, what's that? And we were in the enlightenment circle at the time. And I was like, I heard this thing and read. You said, go ahead and build it. So, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And I went on YouTube like a crazy person, looking at how to build an ancestral altar. Built the thing. It was a horrible mess. Ants, there were no ants in this place, but ants came from somewhere and overtook this altar because I did not listen to what my grandmother wanted. And I put all kinds of things on this altar, and I saw the mess. I said, okay, I took it all down, and I said, I'm going back into meditation and listen this time. And it was simple what she wanted. And from that point, the communication, it's just instant. I keep an altar for her when I travel. I have an altar here. We talk, and she teaches me. And I know she does. And I met her again in my ayahuasca experience and powerfully connected to her. And that happened when I was obedient enough to set up the altar because I didn't know what that was. So if you're getting communication like that, set up that altar. Listen, and she'll tell you exactly what she wants on that altar. Don't go on YouTube and don't listen to other people. Listen to what she wants, and you won't go wrong. I promise you. You can do this. I'm complete.
Okay, thank you.
Please don't go on YouTube because YouTube, they'll tell you how to do, go to the crossroads and do a ritual for Papa Legba, which no one should be doing unless you're initiated and you are in that stream of magic and protection and consciousness and you know what the fuck you're doing. I wouldn't call Papa Legba. I barely say his name. I wouldn't call him if you gave me all the tea in China. No. Pardon me. Do not go on YouTube, family. You know why? It's not that the information is not good. A lot of the information is very good. It's not that the information is not valid. The information can be very valid. It's not that the information don't work. It doesn't work. The information works. The question is it for you? And you go searching and you do something and you don't know, you don't have understanding of that tradition, and you don't have initiation, and you don't have the training, you don't have everything else that goes with that spell, you about to get yourself into some trouble. So like Dr. B said, Queen Hadassah, an initiated witch, high priestess in the Temple of Maat. Do not go to YouTube and search these things, family. Don't do it. Because why? For all the reasons I just stated. And because that's not how it's coming to you. It's not coming to you from YouTube. It's coming to you from your grandmother speaking directly to you now. Continue the conversation. Go deeper with the conversation. Go deeper. Don't get distracted. Don't go this way and don't go that way. Stay with it. Stay with it. And don't try to figure things out. And I wouldn't run down and try to figure out the land and all those things. We can turn off hand raising. Alina's, I think, our final speaker today. I wouldn't try to go out and figure out land and all those things. I would simply be with the voice, be with the one that's reaching out to you. Every time beings reach out to me, whether it be ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, angels, archangels, they have a purpose. They are here in my life for a reason. They are helping me and everyone associated with me and everyone around the world and beings that are not even on the world. I take very careful note to what is happening, super aware, super connected, and super aligned with what's happening. Is that helpful, Alina?
Yes, it's very helpful. I appreciate it so much. I'm going to go within so I'll know exactly what she wants on this altar. I don't know why I've been so hesitant in doing another altar, but I don't know, but I'm not hesitant anymore, so I'll do it. And my daughter's registered for the Christian Witch already.
Come on, your daughter's registered for the Christian Witches Convention.
Yeah, it was registered yesterday. As soon as we got off of this, so she's coming.
I cannot wait to meet all our kids. Yay!
So my grown daughter will be there. So that's exciting.
Wow. That is beautiful. That is beautiful, 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 beautiful. OMG, OMG. Family, I am so thankful because very soon the price is going to change. When the price changes to the real price, you'll be like, OMG, I thought I could get it for the Pay what you like as long as it's over $50. 51,
Yeah,
55,
I got it.
200, 199, 3,000, 5,000. If you love this work, if you love the work of Christian witches all over the world, go ahead and give whatever you like. I love Bitcoin, so please, I love Bitcoin, okay? If you ever wonder what to give Rev, you will never go wrong. What kind of gift? What kind of gift should I give Rev? People give me all kinds of beautiful gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love Bitcoin, okay? I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. We're going to go to our galactic signature for the day, which is Queen Hadassah. Queen Hadassah, you good to do the galactic signature for the day? I know you on your boo vacation.
Of
Okay.
course.
Okay.
Listen, I'm multitasking. I just had my shower, putting on my bath suit, get ready for the beach. And anyway, it is my pleasure to bring to you the Galactic Signature. We are in Kin 181, Red, Crystal Dragon. I indicate in order to nurture, universalizing being. I seal the input of birth. With the Crystal Tone Corporation, I am guided by the power of space. I dedicate in order to nurture, universalizing being. I seal the input of birth. With the Crystal Tone of Corporation, I am guided by the power of space. I dedicate in order to nurture, universalizing being. I seal the input of birth. With the Crystal Tone of Corporation, I am guided by the power of space. Red Crystal Dragon.
Red Crystal Dragon. We got the Blood Clan today. Red Dragon. It's a Red Dragon day. All right, family. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. You are so loved. You are so appreciated. You are blessed. Everything you touch turns into deliciousness. Bliss is your birthright. Miracles are falling on you from every single different direction. Blood Clan today. Everybody on Clubhouse, you know how we do every day. Send some love to all our YouTubers. Send some love to my love tubers. You know how I love my love tubers. Send love to the love tubers and the Facebookers.
Love you, Clubhouse.
Love you, Clubhouse, all over the world. Love you, family.